All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing, Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Play action. Now Wentz. And his first pass is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. 82, 82. What's this son? What's this son?
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And taken right at the 35. And still fighting. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second down, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first, here's Washington. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Black. Gray 15. Gray 15. Lion.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They get it to him running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to... Keep this drive moving. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3. 3 down. Black, come on.
Throwing now is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And all the way up to the 46. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Got to love what they're doing on offense right now.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Awesome. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Right. Here we go. Go to 53.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They get it to him running left, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Done. Here you go. Here we go, 47.
Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Lion. What's this up?
Now a play fake. Wentz. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. The second quarter score from KC. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. On the give, this is Washington. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wins to throw on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
82. Win. Hey, stat. Black, come on. Black.
Now Wentz. And this one complete to Burnett. The 13 yards that time and a 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go. 81.
Now Wentz again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great. Right there. 54, right there. 54 right.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Washington. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Washington. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Prescott. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They go to Elliott again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Now Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Right back to Washington. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere at Arrowhead, they're in the 3rd quarter. It's the Jets who are leading that ball game at the moment. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too. Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
A second down throw for Prescott. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other. Quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the fourth, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? This feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense on the edge of your seat. You've been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
82, 82. What's on?
On first down, Wentz. This one caught over the middle by Burnett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Ford Tokyo. Go. Push on.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Staying on the ground with Washington. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. On play action, Wentz rolling to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They pitch to Washington, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Washington hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is now 10-3. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here we go, 46, 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Prescott looks to throw on first. Wide open receiver complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been two ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey.
A handoff for Washington. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Go.
To throw is Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jalen Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's Elliott. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Hugo, 46.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Philadelphia, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.